Hello, welcome to our evening of 50s on Fore. And we've rescued some vintage TV programmes from the vaults of ITV. And we've got everything for you tonight. We've got drama, comedy, rock and roll. We've got the lot. You can take your pick. About 20 years ago, I was playing a game of golf with Arthur Haynes, and as usual, he was arguing about who'd won and lost. He always seemed to win. I don't know how. He was a slippery old customer. And who'd have thought, here I am now, 20 years later, introducing to you one of the classic episodes of the Arthur Haynes Show. And just watch out for Arthur as he takes the mickey out of the current affairs programme of the day, Searchlight. He calls it Candlelight. And don't miss the fearless young reporter, Nicholas Parsons.
In this age of scientific research, security is all important. What do you think? For my part, I'd say that if you're lucky enough to own a new car, hang on to it.
That's the one.
Wallace King's Big Sale. Huge savings on furniture, beds and carpets. Now on at all branches.
That's the one.
Splash into Bourne Holiday Park's 1983 brochure to find your ideal family holiday at the Ponderosa Park, Hopton, Norfolk. Flash into the superb entertainment at Ponderosa's glittering new Silver Dollar Family Clubhouse. Swish into a choice of luxury chalets and caravans sleeping from 2 to 10. Splash into a Bourne Happy Family Holiday. Tick the TV Times box for your free Bourne brochure featuring Ponderosa and all Bourne holiday parks.
Up, Mother. I've been married to him for 20 years and he's never come home early.
More comedy in a moment with the Larkins at 7:30, but ITV in a few minutes are going to bring you up to date with Roger Moore as James Bond in Moonraker. Here on Fore, it's back to the 50s with the American cop show Dragnet. Jack Webb, who sadly died last week, he not only starred in the show, but he directed it as well. In fact, the whole thing was his idea. So that's Dragnet on Fore.
Soldiers, British soldiers, learning a new way to live. This is winter warfare training in Norway, where you learn to look after yourself and each other.
God, how many more? Go on. Oh, that's it. Just pull with your one arm. Steady. Don't forget, as soon as that comes up to you, get it off and get the next one ready, okay? Come on, hurry up.
British Army, winter warfare training, Norway.
At 7 o'clock, it's Oh Boy, vintage rock and roll from the Hackney Empire, as they used to say. Well, our edition was shown in 59. It was a good year, 59, you know. It was the year I made my first big record. What do you want? In the meantime, here's Dragnet from 1956, the show that sets the trend, really, for detective series to come.
Every possible precaution was taken. October came.
If you'd like any of the holiday brochures advertised on Anglia Television, just phone DIS 4111 with your request.
The sale to go to is the sale at Debenhams. Get there any way you can, but get there. The sale at Debenhams.
Foster Seligman Wright, the advertising people with satisfied clients.
October came. Grandma started on the 10th year of her forgery career without a hitch.
If you like a really good TV play, then Channel 4 is the place for you to be tonight, because Hot Summer Night is powerful stuff. Kathy's got a new boyfriend. Her parents ain't too pleased, and you'll see why at 8 o'clock tonight. Next, after the break, it's Oh Boy with Billy Fury, Marty Wilde, and Cliff, well, you'll see who.
That's the one.
Wallace King's big sale. Huge savings on furniture, beds and carpets. Now on at all branches.
That's the one.
Into Flora, more than words can say.
I was chatting to some Californians recently about Paul Masson's California carafe. Paul Masson, they informed me, has been laying fine wines on people since 1852. Try a carafe, they suggested. See how it grabs you, man. Though somewhat wary of being grabbed by a bottle of wine, I decided to give it a whirl. And I must say, they're really jolly good.
Paul Masson's California carafes. They're really jolly good.
Hello. This SkyTrain brochure says I'm back in the holiday business with the resorts, hotels and airlines I've picked myself. Plus, complete protection for your money. That's why my friends here are already in training for my new holidays. Sky Training. Ring 200-0200 for my brochure.
When it begins to rain, most drivers... when it begins to rain... Thank you. Most drivers immediately switch on their windscreen wipers. Quite right, too. And then, of course, they close the windows. Naturally, the windows begin to mist up, so the good driver switches on the screen heater and demister. If visibility is poor, headlights must be used, including rear fog lights, if fitted. Windscreen washers should be used constantly to clear spray and dirt thrown up by other vehicles. This is essential when driving in high-speed traffic. And finally, in wet weather, slow down. Well, that should go without saying. Go on, a bit more. That's better. Now, if you have to brake in the wet, you need at least twice the space to stop it. Well done. So there you are. You now know how to reach your destination safely in the rain. Or when you get there, make sure you've got an umbrella.
7:30 we've got comedy with the Larkins. Now on Channel 4 it's Oh Boy. Last week we had a Christmas card. It was from Bill Forbes, who wants to be convinced that he really appears in this edition. He said he did about 15 Oh Boys and once took over from Cliff Richard when he was ill and sang all his songs for him. Well, Bill Forbes and two little girls who have never seen their dad on television before, and for all of you, here's Oh Boy.
Okay, come and get it. It's Oh Boy!
Into Flora, more than words can say.
The sale to go to is the sale at Debenhams. Get there any way you can, but get there. The sale at Debenhams.
Power steam iron. It irons beautifully.
Back again with Oh Boy to join the Dallas boys and the lovely Vernon's girls.
You tell me your dream. Oh,
Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier had nothing on Alf and Ada Larkins. Now, Ada could stop a tank at 50 yards with a single glance. You'll see what I mean in our classic situation comedy, The Larkins, first shown in 1958. Coming next on Channel 4.
Looking forward to your summer holidays? If you'd like any of the holiday brochures advertised on Anglia Television, just phone DIS 4111 with your request. State clearly which brochures you want. You can have up to 5 free of charge, or fill in the coupon in your TV Times.
The sale to go to is the sale at Debenhams. Get there any way you can, but get there. The sale at Debenhams.
The Rowenta Filtermatic Coffee Maker. It makes coffee beautifully.
I was first introduced to Paul Masson's California carafes by some Californian chaps. Paul Masson, I was told, has a fruity white that you can really relate to, a rosé that has got its act together, and a red that knows where it's coming from. Man, I decided to try them all the same. And I must say, they're really jolly good.
Paul Masson's California carafes. They're really jolly good.
Have a shot, Phil. Have a shot, Dave.
We decided to foster Chris when our own family had grown up. They'd all of them married and moved out. And I think we'd given them a good home life. But Chris now Well, he hadn't seen his father since he was 6. And his mother used to go through periods of just simply not being able to cope. So, when he came to us, he'd been from one relative to the next for nearly 9 years. You don't get much of a start in life like that. And Chris isn't the only one. There's lots more kids like him. But in the 2 years that Chris has been with us, well, he seems to have really settled down. It's lovely to have somebody young about the house again, and I think at least we've given him a chance.
If you think you could give a child a loving home, ask your social services department about fostering.
Don't forget, at 8 o'clock we've got our play Hot Summer Night. Yeah, it may be the middle of winter, but its contemporary theme's bound to raise temperatures. And with oil being the price it is, we need it. Right, now on Channel 4, Domestic Bliss of a sorts with the Larkins.
Lampic acid. Lampic. Obtained by the combustion of...
I do.
Eddie, hold yourself available. I may need witnesses.
The sale to go to is the sale at Debenhams. Get there any way you can, but get there. The sale at Debenhams.
This fire was brought under control soon after the fire brigade arrived and there were no casualties. But things are not always like that. In many cases, the fire brigade are called too late. And why? Well, believe it or not, some people don't dial 999 because they think that somebody else must already have done so. The fire brigade would rather be called by several people than not be called at all. So never hesitate. For any emergency service, dial 999.
Of all the infuriating things...
Armchair Theatre used to follow Sunday night at the London Palladium, and it's one of Armchair Theatre's plays, Hot Summer Night, which follows next on Channel 4 in our 50s evening.
Starts tomorrow, biggest ever winter sale. Thousands of bargains throughout. Co-op department stores, Norwich and Great Yarmouth.
I was chatting to some Californians recently about Paul Masson's California Carafe. Paul Masson, they inform me, has been laying fine wines on people since 1852. Try a carafe, they suggested. See how it grabs you. Man. Though somewhat wary of being grabbed by a bottle of wine, I decided to give it a whirl. And I must say, they're really jolly good.
Paul Masson's California carafes, they're really jolly good.
Another cup of tea, Dad?
Oh, yeah. Yes. That's been a good day. I've been working along horses all my life. When I was small, I had the whole family help me. Grown the mare and taken her up for the show. Tidy old job that was. With the wind that blows high.
As someone close to you gets older, you don't always notice the changes. They seem as strong and capable as they ever were. You never doubt they can look after themselves.
Still, this year we took first prize.
Night, Dad.
Good night. Yeah. That's been a good day.
You never doubt they can look after themselves. But the time
Now it's 50 Paces, our two documentaries from the 50s. Dan Farson is your reporter, reporting on mixed marriages and life in a nudist colony. Now, mixed marriages is really about racial prejudice, and it picks up from where Hot Summer Night left off. No TV company would handle the colour problem, as it was called, quite like this today. In a lighter vein, Dan ventures into a nudist colony and asks the question, are nudists out of step with the rest of us? 50 Paces.
Associated Rediffusion presents...
Out of Step was an Associated Rediffusion production.
Well, that's it. The end of 50s to the Fore. I hope it's revived some old memories and created some new ones for the younger viewers. If we missed some of your favourite programmes, I'm sure you'll let us know. Now, if I had to sum up TV, the differences between then and now, well, now we have colour TV and then we have black and white. But really the programmes were every bit as good. We'd like to thank the National Film Archive, and I hope you've enjoyed this evening. And I really know how Richard Baker feels. Keith, over to you.
Many thanks, Adam. I hope you'll let me into your secret. You look younger than you did 20 years ago. It's sickening. Well, from 20-odd years back to 20 years hence. This Thursday on Channel 4, Citizen 2000.
Louise Margaret was born on June the 25th, 1982. She is one of 750,000 babies born in Britain this year. They have all been born into different circumstances of culture, class and environment that will affect and mould their lives. What does the future hold for these babies? What opportunities will Britain offer its children growing up in the last years of the 20th century? We shall be following a group of these children until they are 18 years old, when they will become the adults of the new century. Citizens of the year 2000.
And that's this Thursday at 8 o'clock on 4. On ITV in a moment, news at 10 with the national and world news. While here on 4 next, in a few minutes in fact, Whatever You Want looks at women in the music industry.
That's the one. Wallace King's big sale. Huge savings on furniture, beds and carpets. Now on at all branches. That's the one.
Into Flora, more than words can say.
If you'd like any of the holiday brochures advertised on Anglia Television, just phone DIS 4111 with your request.
The sale to go to is the sale at Debenhams. Get there any way you can, but get there. The sale at Debenhams.
I was chatting to some Californians recently about Paul Masson's California Carafe. Paul Masson, they inform me, has been laying fine wines on people since 1852. Try a carafe, they suggested. See how it grabs you, man. Though somewhat wary of being grabbed by a bottle of wine, I decided to give it a whirl. And I must say, they're really jolly good.
Paul Masson's California Carafes, they're really jolly good.
In my Liverpool home, we speak with an accent exceedingly rare. He's under a statue exceedingly fair. And if you want a cathedral, we've got one to spare. In my Liverpool home.
Oh, we've always made it a habit of coming back to Liverpool on a Monday.
I was born, bred and buttered on the Merseyside.
And I find that Liverpool is a complete melting pot.
Hi, Auntie.
Your next door neighbour is always ready to help in every way.
Hi, Cliff, where's Huey?
Ah, well, he's not here.
We're not waiting for him. Come on, let's get on.
You never know when somebody might need blood urgently.
Hello. It's my bed.
Because there's always somebody in need of it. Well, give it.
Everybody can find time to do anything if they really want to do it. It doesn't take very long in any case, does it?
And I think it's worthwhile.
show.
After giving blood the first time, it was so easy that it didn't matter anymore, you know.
Here she blows. It's red, folk. It's real red. Hey, Cliff's blood's red, boy.
It's just getting up off your backside and making that little journey.
You're going to take good care of that.
The real thing, is it?
It's the real thing, that.
She's not in my cord now.
Hey, where's that cup of tea they promised me?
Hey, look, you see, come along, you know, just find out where the next donor session is in your neighbourhood, make that little bit of an effort, and do a positive thing. Instead of just going because it's no problem, make a point of going. Make a definite step and go along.
And if you want a cathedral, we've got one to spare in my Liverpool home.
Come and join us.